I'm Laura from LauraGYOGA, and today we're going to talk about the shoulders, specifically the way that the shoulders rotate, because this gets a little bit confusing when we do our yoga practice. Talking about internal and external rotation of the shoulders, which is really important to keep your rotator cuff safe and happy when you're going through your practice, making sure that you give it a good stretch, because that's somewhere that we tend to get tight. So first we'll just start with the arms down by the sides. The palms facing front is neutral. That's anatomical position. That's where we always start to give us a reference point. So from there, we're going to roll our thumbs all the way in, and you can feel that brings the head of my arm bone, the top of my humerus in. So that's internal rotation. And then you're going to roll it out, bring your pinkies toward the front of the room, and that's external rotation. You can feel the head of the arm bone rolling out. So that's pretty easy, right? Internal and external like that. Now we'll bring the arms right up to the sides and do the same thing. Take your exhale, roll your thumb down and back, feel that internal rotation, and then lift your pinkies up, and that's your external rotation. What we really want to do in our practice is create better external rotation. Internal rotation is where we tend to get stuck, right in here. From typing at our computers, it actually makes us internally rotate. When we drive our car, it rolls our arm in too much and we start to get tight and short in the front of the body. So we counteract that in our yoga practice by creating lots of external rotation through our arms. Now we can take the arms up into cactus and reach the tips of the fingers back, and this is a really good external rotation stretch. Take your exhale, drop the fingers down without letting your chest cave down into it. Give it a little internal rotation. So just rock back and forth like that, external and internal. And then we'll bring the arms down to the sides again and roll out into external rotation. Pinkies go toward the front of the room. Now keep that rotation in your arms and bring the arms up overhead. So this is where it starts to get confusing. When you're up over your head, roll the pinkies in toward the center, and it almost feels like you're going internal because the triceps are rotating in, but if you bring your arm back down, you can feel from anatomical position, you're rolling out. So you always have to think of it from that neutral point, from anatomical position. But if you use your hand as a reference point when you're over your head, you'll be able to get that good rotation all the way down into your shoulder. So this becomes important when we go into different arm positions, like side bend is one of the ones where I see this a lot. A lot of times students will start out in something like this with their side bend, or even turning their palm back like that, which is going to crunch into your shoulder. So you want to take the arm over the head, roll the pinky down toward the center line of your body, reach out through your fingertips to create space in your shoulder joint. Come back up, and then practice that on the other side. Drop your left palm down, right arm up over your head. Start with the palm facing down toward the floor, and then drop the pinky a little bit. Feel that roll with the tricep, and it creates space in your upper back as well. And we'll come back up into center. So when we go into Gomukhasana, we take the right arm up overhead. You're going to roll the pinky in. This arm is externally rotated. Drop the hand behind your back. Now the left arm goes out to the side. Drop the thumb down so this shoulder is internally rotated. Take that up behind the back. And then maybe you can clasp the hands, or you can just push into the back wherever your hands are. Let that be your stretch. And then we'll switch. Take the left arm up. So this time the left arm goes into external rotation by bringing the pinky in toward the center line. Drop the hand behind the head to bend the elbow. Right arm comes out to the side, thumb down toward the floor. That's your internal shoulder rotation. Lift that hand up behind your back. Walk it up as far as you can. Maybe clasp the hands. If you need to, you can use your strap here. And you can feel which is tighter, whether your internal rotation or your external rotation is harder. And then we'll release that. So the other pose that's really good for this is eagle, because we can do a rotator cuff stretch. Let's take the right hand on top, nest the elbows together, take the back of the hands to touch, and then wrap the palms. On your exhale, we're going to roll the hands over toward the right, So you can see my right hand is dropping out. It's taking it into external rotation.